I'm Jody Bella Gregory.
And what's your connection to horse racing?
I work for First Racing. I actually grew up in Canada and moved to the States about 10 years ago. And I worked for Brood & Riddle, Equine Hospital, Breeders' Cup, Santa Anita, and now I'm with First Racing.
And what's your earliest memories with the horses for you?
I think I grew up riding with my mom, so it was really great. She came over from England and I got to get introduced to horse racing through her, so it's definitely like a family connection. And I came to Kentucky for a summer, and 10 years later I never went back to Canada. So yeah, the horses are a lifestyle, and it's just really great to be able to work with them and get to do so many different things with them.
And out of my videos, right, what's one of your favorite videos I've done so far?
Oh my gosh. I love all your videos. I actually like all the videos of people I don't know. I think it's amazing to that you showcase the people that are working really hard on the backside. Like, that's near and dear to my heart. I do a lot of work with the backstretch at Santa Anita. I'm actually trying to build a child care center on the backstretch of Santa Anita and all of our first properties, and that and the aftercare of horses. I love all of the videos that you do. This is great work.
And who's like the best jockey you ever seen ride a horse?
Best jockey. Well, I mean, I kind of have to say Mike Smith. He's my guy.
Yeah.
Plus, I really love his wife. She's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Zenyatta. I think there's been two horses that have made me cry watching them, and one was Rachel Alexandra, and the other was Zenyatta. Just amazing to see them.
And how important is the men and women that wake up every day and do this job?
Oh my gosh, this industry would not be able to happen without the women and the men on the backstretch that are literally giving their all. Their lives are living and breathing with the horses, and we need to do all that we can to make sure that they're having great living conditions, that we're appreciating what they do, because everything that we get to do could not be done without the people of the backstretch.
And Saratoga.
Yeah, I love Saratoga. I mean, I have been asked being California based, Del Mar or Saratoga, so I think I can make a case for either, but I love to come to Saratoga. I don't think I've missed a summer, at least coming for a few days in quite a while. So I don't know, it's just great to get everybody over here and to catch up with people you might not get to see in a while. I always joke it's like Lexington North, I don't have to even go back to Lexington. I just see everyone here plus a few extras, so. There's nothing like it. The racing's amazing. The vibe of the sale, trying to explain to someone that isn't in horse racing what's happening at a sale like this. You're like, oh, it's basically a cocktail party with $1 million horses and the future of horse racing right here. So it's pretty cool to be out here.
Racing versus the East Coast versus the West Coast.
Ooh,
what's the difference?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I'm definitely partial for the West Coast. I think we've got great venues. I do love the horse racing on the West Coast. We tend to come and be pretty competitive on the East Coast. But then, of course, we've got all of the Triple Crown races over here. So
your favorite horses?
My favorite horse of all time was Curlin. Curlin was my guy. Actually, the first time I got to meet him in person, it was literally meeting the rock star.
Wow.
I don't know what it was about him. I think it was one of the first derbies that I'd actually watched, and I'd picked him, even though he didn't win. I've always had a thing for chestnuts with beautiful white faces. So he was my guy, and I would just cheer for him. There was just something really special about him, and then turned out to be Curlin, So yeah, the first time I actually met him in person, I did get emotional. So. We are doing a Women in Racing Summit at Santa Anita in the fall. Talk about some of the issues in racing, making sure there's more diversity, getting women involved in racing. And then actually part of that is we're going to do a really nice sit-down luncheon for the women in horse racing on the backstretch as well. Have speakers for them, make sure that they are celebrated for the women and what they do for our racehorses as well. So. We want to make sure that they are very well appreciated and recognized.
And that's very important.
Very important. It's the best thing we can do. This industry is going to be judged by what we do with our horses during and after the racing, and also how we're treating the people that are taking care of them. So we need to all make sure that's a priority.
Absolutely. And I'm going to close it with that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.